The primary functions within ProTecht are the three service functions, critical service functions, that any marine insurance company must have. And that consists of claims, recoveries, and loss prevention. Falvey combined these critical service functions into ProTecht risk solutions as a way to encourage strong communication within each department of ProTecht, as well as to our internal underwriters. More importantly though, ProTecht is structured to allow for a seamless transition between each phase of the claims process. And what I mean by that is that when we receive a claim, the information gets received by our claims staff, who starts to work the claim based on the information provided. At the same time, because of the way we're set up, loss prevention then is able to work with the claims team to understand what the claim consists of, what the circumstances and conditions of the claim is, in order to identify causations, things that we can look to start to build a loss prevention strategy for our client to identify how the claim happened and help them suggest some ideas to prevent a reoccurrence. And at the same time, our recoveries department is looking at the nature of the claim and starting to look at what they need to identify and the information that they need to understand in order to open a recoveries claim immediately upon payment of the claim. That process, that communication, that seamless transition between each phase really is designed to provide a positive customer experience to the assured, to our customer, by providing prompt claim service, proactive loss prevention, and immediate recoveries, all designed to keep their net loss ratios low, which is something that they're looking to do.
I think the claims philosophy at Falvey is really all-encompassing. Claims are not static. They're real. They're all evolving at any given time. So really the philosophy is engaging the people skills that we're able to differentiate ourselves, that best-in-class service, laying out the red carpet, aggressive approach to problem solving that elicits a timely and effective response to brokers and to our sureds, but also to our internal customers, our underwriters. And it's finding ways or finding solutions that are unique and situational, we're adaptable to situations at any given time, and we transcend time zones. I mean, we're a company that really delivers upon a service throughout the globe, and we're here in Rhode Island, but we're able to deliver that service regardless of the time. And that's really the technology that we use or we harness to do that. Nobody likes to have a claim. Claims are a result of a frustration, of a problem that's manifested itself. And really the way that claims resolve themselves situationally are either through a payment in exchange of money for the result of the problem, or it's an explanation to help them through that problem and finding a solution. Maybe it's a recovery of the goods, or perhaps there's another entity that's going to be paying it, whereas in Falvey can't in this instance. So how we go about that, we situationally look at that there's a problem and making sure we understand what that problem is, and then we utilize those tools or techniques that we have ready at hand. It's through the use of surveyors who are tried and true, that are on our vendor list, that can help facilitate information, gathering it, making sure we have facts of what has happened, what we've heard from the assured, making sure we're corresponding with the assured to make sure that we have documentation that's necessary to adjust for the claim, and then reacting to that, making sure that we're processing on those things that help the assured get what they need when they need it, or an explanation as to why we can't give them at that point in time. Claims that typify our best in class, as I like to call it, level of service. We really strive to set the bar really high, and in that, I guess, personification, some of the takeaways, one is not to take that I'm handling these, and this is really a team approach. So the success is really shared amongst all the team. It starts with our CTA, who is setting up the claim, taking on the claim, getting it set up so we could take on that role as a claims specialist, and then it comes up through the team leader or myself as the claims manager. So it's a support-driven team atmosphere. So where that success is recognized either through at my desk, and maybe it's somebody reaching out to me to say, hey, that claims specialist has done a great job. It could be from the broker or from one of our assureds, or even internal communication. That's certainly shared. It's just not myself. That's a team approach, because there are many hands that have touched upon that claim at any given time. But significantly, some of the takeaways I'd say were, at times we cannot pay claims situationally because of a coverage issue. We've often gotten a thanks. Look, you're not paying the claim. But I understand. And there's thanks that you took the time to explain to me, so I understood why in this instance it wasn't happening, and we appreciate that. And that's really fostering that relationship that we've all built this whole business on. Mike has built it on. That is fostering relationships, so people understand it's people-driven. In this, it's not a machine. You're not going to get an email. There's somebody behind that email that's explaining that and supporting that decision. And some other successes have been just taking the time to hear what the problem is and working out that a different solution. And it may result in a net of a claim that's payable quicker or for less, but that everybody is getting the dividends of it, meaning pay fair, pay what's expected, and pay timely. So the assured is winning on it because they're getting their claim paid, and likewise underwriters on this side, because the claim is paid in a fair manner, it's backing up what the policy stated. No more, no less.
Well, the key areas of expertise in the ProTecht team, if we're talking about claims, which we currently have a staff of 12 in our claims department, is really they're extremely knowledgeable and experienced. Knowledgeable in that they're very familiar and understand the different policy forms that we have that we must know in order to settle a claim, understanding the different coverages, the different clauses, which makes for a speedy claims process where they understand what the coverage is, so they're able to make decisions on coverage, and in the case where there might not be coverage, be able to communicate that effectively to the customer, so that they're aware of what the status is at any point in the claim. Our claims folks receive specialized training, and their training involves certainly claims handling processes, but also they receive a lot of training on the customer service aspect. Customer service is at the forefront of our mission here at Falvey, and certainly within ProTecht. So everything we do is based around providing a positive experience for the customer. In addition, we provide a lot of internal workshops and training on things that go on in the industry, in the cargo shipping world, that our adjusters must deal with on a claim-by-claim basis, that broadens their knowledge on the industry, not just on the claims process. Our systems allow for us to be able to process recovery claims quickly, but it also incorporates our in-house general counsel and associate counsel who are involved in the recoveries process, and which enables us to look at large, complicated recoveries, so that we're continuing to look at focusing on our keeping our assured net loss ratio low, which is certainly something that our customers are interested in, because that affects their premium. So again, it all comes back to the customer experience. Our loss prevention team, consisting of 2 individuals, is unique in that their experience is real life based, meaning our loss prevention team was not born within the insurance world. Rather, they came from the shipping and logistics and supply chain management world. And that's unique in that we're able to relate to the customers, I feel, more appropriately, and be able to understand the different aspects of the supply chain management, of product packaging, things that our clients are dealing with on a regular basis that's important to them to make sure that they're able to manage their supply chains. We think we give a perspective that is real life based, And the way we do that is we tailor some of the solutions that we offer specific to their specific needs. That's different from, responding to a client after they have a loss, where you're coming in after they just suffered this loss and may not welcome the advice of a loss prevention person while their claim is ongoing or shortly after having gotten out of the claim. But rather, we're coming in at the beginning, trying to understand their business and lending our experiences that we have gathered in the industry to work with them on a partnership basis.
Well, there are a few qualities. There's obviously the basic soft skills, such as time management, organization, staying on top of things, communicating. Probably, though, the most important qualities, I think, are honesty and integrity. There's a great deal of trust that's placed into our claims adjusters. We need to be fair, handle claims promptly and timely. And again, honesty and integrity are a huge part of being an excellent claims adjuster. Well, best practices, to me, they're somewhat common sense. It's, how would we want to be guided through the claims process if we were on the other side? So this is our chance to shine. We really roll out the red carpet for our customers. What does that entail? Well, it's explaining the process to them in a timely, effective manner, acknowledging their claim timely, explaining what to do as far as how the claim is handled, what we do, what their roles are, what's expected of them. We also have to communicate clearly and effectively. And what does that mean? It entails communication via written form, verbal form, but also listening. Listening is key. We need to understand what our insurers are telling us and how we can help them get their claim concluded timely and fairly.
The recent growth in the ProTecht legal resources and recoveries team has been a direct result of the growth in underwriting and the growth of business. And when you increase business and accounts like that, you therefore necessarily increase claims. And the claims department has had to increase, and it's pretty much a 1-for-1 increase recoveries to claims. So as every claim is closed, we then have to handle open recovery. So we're following on the coattails really of underwriting and claims, and we have to keep up with that. But yes, our recoveries manager, Jackie Trainer, used to be able to come in one morning a week to process and handle the checks that come in. They're physical checks, so it has to be an in-person thing. And that has now increased from one morning to 2 full days, at least, where there are stacks of recovery checks coming in that have to be handled and processed. So it's a direct result. It's a great result. It's a good problem to have, frankly.
Well, I think what sets us apart is certainly the first thing that comes to mind is the character and professionalism of our team. We have an amazing group of professionals that are really passionate about what they do, and that comes through in their day-to-day work, and obviously is seen by the customers again as part of our focus on customer service. But if I think about it more, I think one of our biggest differentiators is our operating systems that we have here at Falvey, our proprietary systems that was developed by our IT department. And why that is so important to us is because it covers and includes all aspects of what we do in ProTecht, as I mentioned, from claims, recoveries, and loss prevention. On the claims, our system allows our customers to file claims in a real-time basis using our portal that provides an opportunity to get information into us quickly, documentation to us quickly, so our claims adjusters can receive this information, set up the file, and start working on the claim, leading to a prompt claim settlement. Our system also allows us to track data. We rely heavily on data analytics, and that could be account performances as far as claim trends, which obviously help loss prevention, identify where they're having their losses and how we can look to help them by identifying root causes and making recommendations as far as corrective action. It also helps us understand the performance of each of our claims adjusters and recovery staff to see, are we meeting the service level requirements that we have set up as far as how we're handling our claims, the speed to pay, the way we're communicating with our clients. It all gives us those metrics, the data to be able to assess, are we meeting the challenge to provide that positive customer experience? On the loss prevention side, we have risk management tools that the system has incorporated that allows us to do threat assessment and supply chain risk analysis and modeling, so that we can be looking at things that are affecting our clients as they're trying to move their products throughout the world, to identify areas that they should be paying attention to and where we can bring recommendations on how to mitigate risk to their goods to improve their business and reduce the possibility of having claims that would slow and affect their business. This is a proprietary system that we're fully dependent upon, and we think it's a best-in-class system in the industry that we don't think any of our competitors in the marine insurance market have. And we certainly want to utilize and capitalize that opportunity to continue to provide a best-in-class customer service experience for our customers.